the farmstead. Today I've got some canning projects going on, and the first one we're going to get started on is chicken. Now I have 20 chicken breasts, found them on sale, chopped them up into 1-inch chunks and just kept them in the fridge overnight. So I'm going to get an early start on the canning part. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my chicken, got my jars. I have 16 jars because that's what fits in my canner. I don't think it'll take that many, but we got them out just in case. And I'm gonna start with a dozen. I've got my regular canning salt, and I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon in each of these jars because I'm using paint jars. Paint jars are a perfect fit for all the things that we do. Your family may be better with quartz, but we do good, just me and Papa, with the paint. It's perfect for chicken salad. It's perfect to put in a casserole. It's perfect for street tacos with a little Old Bay on it. That's good stuff. Okay, so got all that in there. Get some tongs. Let's start packing our jars. Now this is a raw pack method. We're not gonna add any liquid to it. They'll make their own liquid. So the chicken's cool. The jars are cool. I've got the pressure canner on the stove, not turned on, it's cool. So this batch, we're starting all cool. Some things you want to do when everything's hot, but this one we're going to do cool. And we're going to fill them to where there's 1-inch headspace. Now these will make their own juice. A lot of times you'll hear this referred to as ugly chicken because it's not the prettiest thing in the jar once you get it all done up, but it sure does taste good. It is tender, it's moist, it shreds like no other way of cooking. So it is a perfect way to preserve your chicken and have it ready. Again, I like doing this because then I'm not taking up space in my freezer. I'm not worrying about the electricity going out. I can do a whole bunch at a time. I can do it when I find it on sale like I did today. Yesterday, actually. I can gift it when somebody has been sick. I need something easy to cook up or just to open. So having canned chicken is a great option. I will be the first to admit I was afraid of pressure canning for a long time. I got very comfortable with water bath canning, but my daughter actually influenced me to go ahead and try pressure canning, and it has been a game changer. Always try to keep some canned chicken. I keep canned ground beef. I try to keep roast. We have done deer meat this way, and I love to keep soups as well. I do a chicken soup, I do a vegetable beef soup, and I think the favorite thing that we have is chili. Making up a batch of chili and canning it makes it so handy to open up anytime and enjoy. Now we know it's really important to debubble when you're canning with liquid, but here I'm just mashing these down to make sure we get as much of the air out as possible. All right. I'm pleasantly surprised that this is a little more than 16 jars full. And I will I'll divide that up into a couple of zipper bags and put that in the freezer. I don't mind having a couple bags in the freezer, but it takes up much less space than all of this would. So I'm gonna wipe down my rims really good. So I want to make sure that my lids stick and seal. Got brand new lids. Rings. Fingertip tight. Ready for the canner. How easy is that? That's it. Now, we're going to stack them in the canner. My canner will hold 2 levels of 8. We'll bring it up to pressure, let it vent for 10 minutes, put the weight on it, let it come back up to pressure, cook them for 75 minutes. Let's get them stacked in. See you back in a bit. So when my canner comes up to pressure, it starts spouting out the steam and spinning wildly. This is when I turn it down to where it's just rocking, and that will maintain the pressure for our 75 minutes. Once the 75 minutes is up, I turn off the canner, leave it until all the pressure is released, and then stack each of the jars on these wire racks to cool for 24 hours. Then I'll take off the rings and store them for up to about 18 months, but they usually don't last that long.